Well, howdy everybody, and welcome to another edition of Stockshow Confidential. I'm Terry Jordan. This week, we return to Iowa. You know, Stockshow Confidential is all about helping the youth of America. Well, we're here on a mission. We're going to help with the Shorthorn Junior Nationals fundraiser. And then to top it out, we're going to take inside the Maternal Legends sale, one of the top Shorthorn sales anywhere in the country, and it's hosted by Sullivan Farms. Don't go anywhere, it's going to be a good one. Well, I'm here with Joseph Sullivan, Vice President of the Junior Shorthorn Association. Let's talk about what's going to happen here tonight, Joseph.
All right, so tonight we have the Lead in the Legacy sale. It's a fundraiser for the American Junior Shorthorn Association's Junior Nationals. So what we do here, so all the proceeds go towards the Junior National show, and how we do it is half of it goes to the previous year and half of it goes to the upcoming year. So so last year was in Des Moines. This next year it's going to be in Louisville, so half of it will go to each of them. But we've got a bunch of different lots, and then we have this year we have a casino night afterwards too.
How about your own commercial? How about your own commercial? Spread worldwide. Stockshow Confidential commercial. RDTV. Donate material to the company when you get bored. Have a big hand and a liquid grand, empty grand. How about 500, 700, 100? Sold to $1100. Thank you, $1100.
We're trying to make it an event and hoping people have a good time at it.
Well, I'm here with the Schrog family, and they've been back here in the back looking at cattle. They're coming to the Lead in Legacy sale each and every year. Tell me what you're looking for.
Basically, a variety of different things, I guess. You know, we're Shorthorn breeders ourselves, so we look for heifer calves that'll work for us, not only for projects, maybe for the kids to show, but more importantly on our aspect is looking for breeding pieces that we can take back and put into the herd to, you know, kind of improve the quality of our own herd.
Tell me about these two young people real quick.
Never seen them before in my life. Now, of course, my two kids, Samantha and Jackson, you know, we're a family operation, and they are instrumental in everything that we do, particularly in the showing part of it. You know, they both love showing cattle. They both really enjoy working on them at home and at the shows as well. So it's, like I say, it's a family operation all the way through.
Samantha, tell me what kind of year you had this last year.
It's been very successful and a lot of fun.
Where all did you go?
Louisville, Denver. We go to a lot of jackpots too. We go all over the place.
What was the biggest win this last year? Do you recall?
We were reserve in the junior show at Denver, and we were reserve with My Plus in Louisville, so it was very good.
Obviously, there's a lot of people inside. We're listening to Scott Shelby right now play in the background, but let's talk about the money that is raised. Where does that go to?
At the money
scholarships? Or?
Nope, it goes directly into funding putting on the Junior National show. So whether it be renting the fairgrounds or any of the costs that are associated with it, this money goes 100% to that.
Tell me how you get to be on the board.
There's 9 of us on the Shorthorn board. Anybody that's over 17 can apply to it. They're 3-year terms. The delegates from each state go on and vote on the candidates to see who they want to get on the board, pretty much. So.
One thing about the Junior Nationals, it's not just about showing cattle. There's some other things involved there.
No, it's not. It's showing cattle is just one aspect of it. It's really going out and meeting other people and really getting to know the people that your peers in the breed itself. I know. Junior National Show is a great way to do that. We've got all sorts of contests other than just the cattle show itself. We've got a quiz bowl contest, a photo contest, and even a cook-off contest too. So it's just a way to go out and network and meet some of the other breeders and that. And I mean, as one guy said, a breed association is no stronger than its junior association, and this is just one way that we get to strengthen our association by going out and meeting other people and really just expressing our enthusiasm for shorthorn cattle.
You know, obviously it's important to support the Junior Association, and they're going to have the auction in here a little bit. Have you looked at all the different things that are on the list and what you got in mind to buy?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things, you know, on the little program there to buy tonight. And they have what they call a foundation heifer as well, where generally several different breeders from across the nation will go together and they'll pool their funds together to try to raise some money for that foundation heifer. And we as a program have gone in on that foundation heifer, and so we're proud of that. With a lot of other breeders, we'll go ahead and get her bought, and then look at some of the other fun and exciting things for sale tonight too.
We want to thank everybody for this and thank the Sullivan family. This makes our Junior National possible. It helps make the junior programs possible. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you raised $64,850. Let's blaze the roof. Let's be shorthorn free and move on.
Let's talk about the cattle. You travel the entire United States, I'm sure, looking at cattle. Do you see this quality in some other places?
John's what he's done with his program here the last 5-10 years is obviously second to none, and he's we're fortunate that he's purchased several genetics from us over the last few years as well, and just the things that he does and putting a program together and helping promote not only the breed of cattle but also young people, and what he's doing with the Stockshow University program as well is really nice for the breed and for the industry.
Well, obviously John is one of our premier sponsors on Stockshow Confidential, and we wouldn't be able to air these things without good people like that. So we really appreciate not only him as being a breeder, but supporting these young people and supporting us so that we can tell the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a great event this is, and it's not just about raising money, but tomorrow we're going to see a lot of good cattle sold.
Oh yeah. And this year it's not even just shorthorns, it's got a little bit of everything, but there'll be quite a few good ones that come through.
Well, Joseph, thanks for joining us on Stockshow Confidential. Good luck with the Junior Association. We appreciate your hard work.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, we're going to kick things off with a live concert from my buddy here, Mr. Scott Shelby.
I'm ready for it.
Well, friends, be sure and check out StockshowConfidential.com, our Breeders' Corner. We have the top lamb, goat, pig, and cattle breeders listed there. Check it out. This week, we'd like to showcase some of the top breeders listed there. As one of the most predominant Hereford breeders in the country, Jensen Brothers has raised numerous champions in the junior and open show circuits. If you're looking for some of the best Hereford cattle in the country, look no further than Jensen Brothers. That's jensenbrothers.net. Sullivan Cattle Company was founded in 2004 with the intention of developing a herd of top-quality shorthorn genetics. The success of their program has led to many major championships at the Minnesota State Fair, Iowa State Fair, and the Shorthorn Junior Nationals, plus the National Western Stock Show. In 2006, they added programs both Shorthorn Plus and crossbred cattle. Check them out on Facebook at osullivancattle.com. If you'd like to be part of this exciting opportunity to showcase your breeding program or have an upcoming sale that you would like to promote, contact me at Terry at StockshowConfidential.com.
When it comes to the livestock industry, nobody has more pride for their products than Sullivan Show Supply. Our products are handmade by many retired farmers right here in America. And for them, this isn't just a job, it's their lifestyle. We work hard to produce the highest quality products in the industry for every family like ours that raise, breed, and show livestock. So check us out at SullivanSupply.com.
We're on the backside with Tyler Humphrey, and he's Director of Marketing for the Key Association. Now, Tyler, being a key guy, what brings you out to a Shorthorn sale?
Well, this year, as you know, John Sullivan has added multiple breeds, other purebred breeds, and then key composite breeds to his sale. And there's some yellow key influenced ones out there. There's some black ones and some Hoodaman daughters. And John is famous for his shorthorns, but a lot of people don't realize that he sells a lot of key cattle every year. He's one of our top breeders in terms of registrations, and I've always supported this sale. And this year they've kind of put him in the catalog and put him out on the front burner, and he's always sold them high. I mean, he's always sold keys in that $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 range, but they've been private treaty. But this year he decided to add it in and put it in conjunction with the Maternal Legend sale. So,
you know, speaking of that, when we talk about auctions, and these are live auctions, it's going to be on the internet, but a lot of our viewers might not understand the difference between live auction and private treaty. Explain that to a layman out there.
Well, your live auction would be what we're doing here today. Folks come, they've got an auctioneer and a ring crew, and they sell them in order and things like that, and to the highest bidder. Your private treaty is a little more low key. They'll get the cattle prepped and they'll turn them out in a pasture, and folks can come view them for a month or so, and then they will leave an initial bid. Say you find a heifer and she started out at $1,000, and you leave your bid, and then they'll call you, and then they do it over the phone basically, and they'll call you and say, you know, you got to be 1,000 and you'll be in, and then they'll switch over and they'll call the other guys or whatever, and then, you know, and go down the road, and you just keep going back and forth on the phone. It's a little more time consuming. The bigger private treaty sales could take a week to 2 weeks to get cleared up, and they'll usually start with the ones with the most interest and work their way down to the bottom. So,
well, Tyler, thanks for joining us on Stock Show Confidential. Get in there and buy a key.
I appreciate it. We're going to try.
Stock Show Confidential is brought to you by the following sponsors: Sullivan Show Supply and Stock Show University, Sure Champ, Sunglow Feeds, 5-Star Ford, Justin Discount Boots and Cowboy Outfitters, EB Trailers, Luberson Livestock, and StockShowConfidential.com. For maximum performance in the show ring, Luberson Livestock. For lifelong joint health, Luberson Livestock. For stock show animals and your beloved pet, Luberson Livestock. Luberson Livestock's oral supplement, developed by Dr. Stephen Alday, is safe and 100% all natural. Luberson Livestock's patented hyaluronic acid formula ensures the integrity of synovial fluid, the key component for protection and lubrication of all joints. Keep your livestock floating with Luberson Livestock. I'm here with Bruce Brooks, and he's the auctioneer for the Maternal Legend sale. Now, Bruce, how do you think this sale compared to some of the other sales around the country?
Well, I really can't compare it to a whole lot of sales around the country because it was a very, very unique sale in the fact that not only did they sell shorthorn cattle, but also Herefords, Semitalls, Keys, Angus, several breeds, but it'd be hard to separate this from a great one. I'll tell you what, Terry, it was an awful good sale.
You know, we saw one of those Hereford cows go through here, a little over $100,000 for her, and I think they topped out today at around $1.8 million on the whole lot.
That is right. It's the highest grossing sale John's ever had, but I think he sold more lots this year.
Isn't it exciting to be here today? It's exciting to look around and see this group of people and see that great set of cattle out there on the grass. It's what this cattle business is all about. Remember, we're at one of the premier purebred operations in this country, maybe even the world. And they put a lot of work into what they do here. And as a shorthorn enthusiast, and John and Dee Dee and the family are great shorthorn supporters, believe in our junior program. You know, the greatness of these cattle, the greatness of you being here, provided greatness last night when we raised $65,000 for our Junior National Fund. Thanks to their hosting that for us last night.
You know, Bruce, as we travel the country, we have the opportunity to talk to a lot of young people, and occasionally we'll run into one that has a little bit of an auctioneering ability. Now, for these young kids, what would you suggest that they do if they wanted to pursue that line of work in the future? What's the best thing to tell them?
Well, Terry, certainly encourage them to go ahead and follow their dreams. Certainly, I would recommend they find a really good auctioneer school around the country, and there are several around the country, to learn, how to do it, how to be a professional. It's a great occupation. You get to meet a lot of people, and the auction business has been really good to me and my family, and it's a great business to be into. But I'd encourage any youngster that wants to get into business to go to school, go to a great school, and there's a lot of good schools around the country, and learn to be an auctioneer.
Bruce, how long have you been doing this?
Oh, since the early 70s, I guess. I hate to say it's been that long, but it's been a good while. It's so much fun to work for people like John and Dee Dee and the Sullivan program, and people that really do their homework and work hard at it, treat it like a business, which they do, and a lot of purebred people in the industry are treating the purebred industry like a business, because it's so competitive right now, and you better treat it like a business, or you're not going to be in the business very long.
Thanks for joining us. I tell you, it was an outstanding auction. You do such a tremendous job, and we appreciate what you guys do for the industry.
Well, we appreciate what you guys do for the industry. You're out there promoting the youth of America, and they're the backbone of the cattle business right now, and they're what those kids, what makes these good heifer calves bring what they're bringing, and I know the cattle that go out here, they'll be very successful in the show ring.
Well, we'll both continue to be advocates for the livestock industry.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Bruce, thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. You bet. Good luck to you.
Each and every week on Stockshow Confidential, we're going to highlight one of the many Sunglow product users on our featured Sunglow Spotlight.
On this week's Sunglow Spotlight, we'd like to shine the spotlight on Kane Agater from Seward, Nebraska. Congratulations, Kane.
For decades, Justin Discount Boots has been the go-to place for all of your Western clothing needs. With the holiday season just around the corner, your favorite boots are now just a click away.
Santa, don't you forget about those boots for those kids now.
Our website's so easy, even Santa Claus uses it. So shop where Santa shops at JustinDiscountBoots.com.
I'd like to introduce for you and welcome you to his sale, Mr. John Sullivan.
Thank you, Don. First of all, I'd really like to thank everybody for being here today. It's been a pretty hectic couple days on the phone, and I apologize. I haven't even had a chance to walk out here and enjoy some of the customers and enjoy the cattle, but I know y'all made a commitment to be here today, and I really appreciate it. There's so many special people that I need to thank. Of course, it starts with your family, Sarah and Dee Dee close by, and of course here's Sage. We couldn't be happier. These two little girls, they make you want to get up in the morning and get fired up, and everything makes all the good things in life worthwhile. My mom's in the crowd here. Mom, will you please stand up? Glad to have Mom here. I've got several brothers in the crowd. I appreciate all you guys being here. Last but not least, my crew. If you guys can file in here. Now, this is a pretty special group of guys. And ladies. There's a lot of commitment to purebred cattle operation. And there's a lot of longevity in this ring right here. And you need your family members and people like this to get it done. And Sullivan Farms is really nothing without this crew in the ring and my family. So I want to thank y'all very much.
Thank you, John.
Well, John Sullivan, you closed it out with another successful event. We saw the Leading Legacy, where you hosted a benefit for the Junior Shorthorn Association, and then rounded out with Maternal Legends sale. How did you think the sale went?
You know, we were super, couldn't have been happier. Terry. Couldn't have been happier. It was. We've always had a pretty good sale, and this was our best one we've had. And I think we've had 16 sales in like the last 8 years, so we're blessed. That was one of our best.
Well, I know there were over 35 states represented here and Canada, so you're spreading some genetics all across the United States. How does it make you feel?
Oh, God. Well, that's information I didn't even know. So that's more states than I would have even imagined. But that was one of our best crowds. We usually get a pretty darn good crowd, but this year it's just a great feeling when people are trying to get some of the fruits of your labor and progress with their breeding program. So.
Well, this wasn't just an overnight success. You guys have been working at this a long, long time to build this herd. Was there anything that went through the sale today that kind of made you a little sad that you hated to see go?
Oh yeah, there's always, you know, several of them lots that you don't want to sell, but the bottom line is if you're going to get somebody to your place, you got to sell what you don't want to sell and what they, you know, expect, and they expect to see some of the elite genetics and in the breed when they come here. So we're all about selling the very best that we produce and having them work for our customers.
That was one of the things that was a little bit different about this sale. This just wasn't your cattle. You brought in some other breeders and sold a lot of different type cattle here.
We did. A lot of the Hereford genetics that we had, besides our shorthorns, were partnership with John Tucker out of Nebraska, and he and I own a small Hereford herd together. And then we got a few cooperator herds that we work with. So yeah, it's a big group effort that's basically led by John Elder, who's been, you know what, he's been our ranch manager for a lot of years here, and the place just wouldn't. I always tell John that, hey, give me a 2-year notice, John, if you're ever going to tell me that you're going to get out of here, because we're going to shrink in size real quick. But he's been working with me for over 20 years, so we have a lot of respect for each other.
Well, John, I just want to say thank you for what you do for the livestock industry, for the youth of America. The Stockshow U program, y'all have given out over 90 scholarships, that's $90,000 that you've put back to the youth of America. And more importantly than that, you're one of our major sponsors on Stockshow Confidential. We couldn't have done this show if it had not been for you guys.
Hey, we love to do it. We love to get involved, and we like to, if we're doing well, we like to see other people doing well. So.
Well, again, thanks so much for being a loyal supporter to Stockshow Confidential, and we wish you continued success, because I know you have a lot more years to go and continue to build your herd.
Hey, thanks for being in Dunlap with us this weekend, Terry.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us on another edition of Stockshow Confidential. Very special thank you to John Sullivan and his entire crew from the Maternal Legends sale, and we had a blast with all the folks from the American Junior Shorthorn Association. Until next time, I'm Terry Jordan saying here's hoping that we'll see you in the winner's circle. Happy trails, everyone. Closed captioning brought to you by Stand Alone Feed.